Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Check it out. Okay, so I was listening to an interview the other day between Kanye West and Piers Morgan, the dude. Anyway, he was talking about how important it is for Kanye to apologize. And then he mentioned, what did he mention? He stood up for my people, beautiful people such this color that looks like us, me and you. We come from slaves. Yes, we did. So yeah, he's mentioned all the horrific things that we went through. And our pain and our suffering was just as important, but we don't deserve. Every America feels like we got to get over it, and we don't deserve an apology. But anybody else, oh my God, you got to. So anyway, to make a long story short, to get to the point, he was talking about the importance that, and it is important because they had the Holocaust, sure enough, but we had lynchings, we had burning, we was being burned alive. Every time we had property, they burned and destroyed that. And they also tarred and feathered us. If people don't know or remember anything like that, go look it up in your history books or online somewhere. They do show, they may have pictures to show how people would pour hot tar on our body and then feathered us and brought us in public to humiliate us. All right. So let me just say this. He mentioned salt in that interview, and that really did get to me. I'm like, oh, I love that scripture. Let me explain to y'all what salt is. Okay, in the Bible, if you read Matthew 5 and start at 13, he's talking about us as people, as human beings. He say, you are the salt of the earth. Why? Because it's God put us here to let our voices be heard and to tell and to instruct and let people know this is what time it is. This is how you got to conduct yourself. As parents and as grandmothers and stuff, we got to let our grandchildren know about our history and not to never be ashamed of it and to stand up and be proud of who we are as people. And not just that, but to teach discipline and correction. We won't always be loved. We gonna make me mad at us for a little bit, but they still gonna love us no matter what. And they gonna respect you even more when you tell your grandchildren the truth. So what, they can't be your friend? They're not supposed to be your friend. Okay. It says, you are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its flavor, where shall it be salted? What good is it any good? What good are you if you ain't helping nobody and directing people, and teaching people, doing something? You got to have some salt in you. And the salt is also a word that can be connected with controversy. People, yep, like people who, the picture behind me, look at that. That right there is Rosa Parks. Yes, she is controversial. A lot of people, even a lot of black people probably didn't like what she did. But she had to make a move. She had to stand up for something. And that means she has salt in her. It is good for nothing but to be cast out and walked over by the foot of man. When you lose your flavor. And that's another thing. If you're just gonna let everybody walk all over you like you are Matt and mistreat you, where's your voice? You gotta have a voice. As black people, we always had a voice. That's why we got as far as we are today, by opening up our mouth and speaking, let people know what time it is and standing up for yourself. Always do that. It says, number 16, let your light so shine before men that they might see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. And that's what Kanye is starting to do. Glorify God, come back to his roots, appreciate his people. That's where he needs to be, and learn how to work together with his own people and create his own companies. Be the boss. Have ownership of what you need. That way you ain't got to answer to nobody but God. And that's the best way to live. And you know what more thing I said, if you are the light, you got to be a light so the whole world can see. Don't be ashamed of your light that God put in you, people. Stand up, have a voice. And I just want to say, don't lose your salt. Don't lose your flavor. Don't worry about trying to be somebody's friend. You losing your salt then. If somebody don't like you or you doing something, they say, they making noise about it, that means you doing something right. But if your enemy and the people feeling real good about you and everything you got to say, then you're doing something wrong. So check yourself, people. And yeah. He prayed. He was saying, let's have prayer. We got to come back to God. Let him be your leader. Let him be the one. That's where our strength is anyway. Love y'all. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Stay close to God always.